Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be live with you. How are you on a happy Sunday? Happy Sunday. How is the Sunday going? It's just about starting. I just came back from church. And you know what? Since COVID, this is my second live service. So my place of worship, we went from being shut down from because of COVID to doing other work in church, like renovation that hasn't been done for the past 20 something years since we started using the building, and oh, how we missed one another. And so we had our first service last Sunday, and it was I don't know how to say that, a big box of mixed feeling. Happy to see people, grateful to God for sustaining each and every one of us, and the grace and the mercy to still be in the land of the living. We've lost a few, not much, about three or four, five people in general, and not in general, like specifically in our local assembly, we lost about three people, and they're still rest in peace. So it was like a mixed feeling. Like you look, that way, like, oh, this is where this person normally sits. But that is the reality of life, and our hope, uh, what we hope is to have lived, to really, really live an impactful life, because the reality of life is that this place is all temporary, right? So that's why you want to make sure that you live well. And I was listening to a guy one time like that, and he said something, and he said, he was talking about the concept of heaven, which people, different ones, different religion, different people have their different perspective about what heaven is and all that. So he said, but the angle he wants to talk about is that most people, associate, good times, time of happiness, time of joy, time when there'll be peace, to when we get to heaven. And it's a good thought, but you don't want to make it look like, okay, it's only until we get to heaven that we'll enjoy good things in life, happiness, satisfaction, and joy. Heaven can actually start from right here. And I think it was a good point. So we don't have to leave off everything associated with heaven to when we get to heaven. Our heaven can start here. I think I liked it. I listened to it about maybe a week ago, but today, sitting in church, I remembered him saying that, and I think it was a good thought. So, how are you? How are you doing? Like it's good. That question, how are you? I think is very important in the world of today. So many things going on, so many crazy things going on. And when you see someone smiling, most people are just trying, are really, really trying to, stay fine, be fine. We've been through difficult times. In fact, yes, last Sunday in church, being my first time in a physical service in our church, we used to have online service all the while. Just sit in the parlor here and just fellowship with your family, but nothing like gathering together physically. So sitting down last Sunday in church, I just felt like God. It's really been rough these past 2 years, personally, because when you're holding on, when you are being strong, when you're trying to be strong, when you're trying to hold on, you not really understand how strong you are during that period. Most times it's when you look back, you feel like, oh my God, it really wasn't easy, trying to put up on your own, trying to do your own thing. And most of us went online, trying to still hold on online. Hi, Comfort. Nice to have you, but I want to congratulate you for staying strong. I want to congratulate you for still being there. I mean, right now, being alive, still being fine, still being sane, still being in your right mind, still being fine is worth a congratulatory message. So I really want to say kudos to you out there for still being fine, for still holding up together. And I want you to know that it will only get better. The fact that your heart is still beating, and you feel it. Tony Robbins makes us go through this exercise. Hi. And you actually feel your heart breathing. Feel the strength of that heart breathing. And it says, so long as that heart is breathing, you're still alive. And so long as they're still alive, there's hope. So I just felt like jumping in here. I haven't been live for like 2 days right now, and I should go live at least twice a day. And usually I would come live first in the morning and share the quote of the day. And I think the quote of the day today was quite interesting. I like to search for the quote of the day, and think about it, ponder on it a bit before I start my day. So, was it the quote of the day? And then post. Yes, just to read it for you. A good plan, violently executed now, is better than a perfect plan executed next week. Can I take that again? A good plan, violently executed now, is better than a perfect plan executed next week. And I want to be the kind of person that gets things done, especially things I need to do. So I just got back from church. We're going to a friend's house to have lunch, and I just thought, okay, while we wait, why don't I just jump in life? And once when you want to do things, most times thoughts starts coming. Why don't you leave it off? Today's Sunday. Why don't you just take the day off and all that? All those excuses, I am winning them. And that brings me to what I like to discuss today with you. Since the beginning of 2022, and looking back at my life, I would say that this is one year I would say I started really, really nice, like awesome. Because I started a 90-day run with Eric Worre, and it has really stretched me. So maybe I just, talk about how it's been with me this first quarter of the year. And so I plugged into this program, and it started January the 3rd, and it's been intense. So I think I would say I'm still on. This is my 84th day or 84th day of intense activity. Like I work from like 8 a.m. sometimes to 2 a.m. on a daily basis. And the aim of the whole program, the 90-day challenge, 90-day run, was to get myself to meet the better version of me, was to become a better person by on becoming some certain things, learning new skills, not just learning, but becoming a new person. I'll explain what I mean by that. And at the beginning of the program, those of us who are entrepreneurs, I've always been an entrepreneur. Right out of school, I just started to go into business for myself, and it's been interesting. But yeah, and if you work hard in your business, yeah, you make good result. But because most people are in business for themselves, and this also applies to me, you may not be able to really drive yourself as hard as you should if you had a boss who checks up on you. So sometimes you may just give yourself an excuse. Today I'm not feeling well. Let me take the time off. Nobody who has an employed job would do that. You don't just take the day off because you want to take the day off. If it's time for work, you have to be at work. If you are known on the job for someone who goes off the job for any flimsy reason, of course you are marked. Yeah. You got to be committed. I see them. You see mothers who have babies. They go to work. And sometimes they will come back late at night. The next day they are there early. Now, the message for us, me as an entrepreneur who is on my own, I am my own boss. I have been my own boss for over 20 years. The message is this: if I was to employ myself, Amara, how much will I pay me? Do you understand? And then another question they ask us is, if there's a camera that follows me all day long as an entrepreneur, a business person, or whatever I'm doing for myself, what will be the reports? Like I wake up in the morning, how do I carry on my day's activity? But it has to even start from me knowing what to do. Anybody who is employed in a job, what they need to do is cut out. This is your job and you do it, and you're supposed to show up, supposed to report at job. If you have to clock in for 8 o'clock, you must clock in for 8 o'clock and do your job. So this 90-day run program I started on the 3rd of January was to get me to employ myself. So I am made to remove that mindset of like I am in business for myself. Throw it away. Tell Amara that, hey, Amara, I have employed you. And so if my job starts 8 a.m. in the morning, I am supposed to be up and ready, set for work 8 a.m. in the morning. And then what the program has also done for me is to spell out the things that I need to do, and do it. Being tired is not an excuse. And this 90-day period, which I'm on day 84, I've had to leave off everything. And I used to imagine, like, I'm in business for myself. I work from home. And I haven't had that kind of discipline that's so much that if I'm working at home and I have a visitor visit me, let me even take my mom, for example. Someone visits me and I'll be so into that work that I will not be able to attend to the visitor. But that is actually how it should be, because imagine you're at work in your job and your boss is there and they tell you your mom has visited you. She just has to wait. Or you are about leaving for job and someone comes, okay? Someone that's very dear to you comes to visit. Okay, welcome. You've come to visit. Make yourself at home. I have to go to work. Now, this is what the program has done for me. And in fact, it's been so intense that I have people who don't even bother coming to my house because of the program. The program has really keyed me into stop deceiving myself that you are really working and do the job. And I really wish, right now I'm saying this, I didn't think about saying this, but I really wish that I did this program very first year I started out as an entrepreneur. Because one person you cannot lie to is yourself. I can't lie to myself. Now, another thing that happens in business is that you might get lucky. You might get lucky and get a big client, and then blah blah. You just make some money. So you just have this false sense of, feeling that I'm in business, I'm doing well, and all that. So if you don't have a boss, but that daily activity you're supposed to do, just like somebody who's employed, they just have to do what they have to do. I didn't have it, and many of us entrepreneurs, we don't have it. Tomorrow is Monday now. Is this spelled out the things you need to do, the calls you need to make, the calls, the messages, the follow up, the presentation, and this cuts across. It doesn't matter the business you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to contact people, you need to promote your business, you need to follow up. Okay, you need to present what you have. Do you do it on a daily basis with intensity? Okay, and apart from that, you need to plan, do review. You need to review the things you have done. Okay, what did you do? Not just like, just throw the mud on the floor and whichever one sticks, then fine. Like you hope to get lucky. No. So in this 90-day run, one of the things that I've also learned that in business, luck, like somebody says, the harder I work, the luckier I get, actually. Your results can be predicted. And the reason your results can be predicted is because you have a spelled out activity that if you do, this is the result you will get. And it's also awesome to be coached by people who already have proven system. But the most important factor in this whole package is me, it's the individual, it's us, it's the person. And what is major? The major ingredient is myself. But I can tell you, I have Netflix subscription, for example. Now, not that it's bad to watch movies, but I think there's time for everything. So, because I don't have a check, because I'm in business for myself, and because nobody's going to ask me, and maybe I just stumble upon some certain kind of result or success, and then so I just feel like, okay, I can key into this season movie and just spend hours. Like you can spend 4 hours every single day making sure you finish a series and all that. Well, that's actually time that's been wasted. So I had to really discipline myself. I had to really deny myself of some certain thing this period. And I think it's really very good that the first 3 months of 2022, I have been able to put myself in the mode to really do my business. It's not been easy. This human body needs a lot of discipline. This human body needs a lot of help. Most of us, by default, if you leave yourself by default, you go the negative way. And it's easy to just live in a world of deception. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. But the truth is that the message is this: you can actually do way, way, way better than you're doing right now. That's actually one major message they've passed to me during this 90-day run. Listen to different people: Tony Robbins, Eric Warren, Lisa Nicole, Fraser, and the different awesome people that have made up their mind to make a change in their life. The major message is that no matter how well you are doing right now, no matter how successful you think you are, you can do much more better than what you're doing, honestly. And in fact, there is no finish line. There's no way you will get to and say, hey, I have arrived. I'll be sharing more and more with you what it's been with this 90-day period. I just felt to come and just share with you. It's been wonderful, and I've been blessed with a wonderful team that I'm working with. Yeah, it's very, very important to have a very good team that you're working with along. We're going through the 90-day run together. We're giving lots of assignments on a daily basis, and sometimes they get very overwhelming because don't forget, this is me or we trying to change ourselves, trying to get into another mode, like Les Brown said. I always remember that statement. He said, the thinking that has brought me to this point, the thinking that has brought me to who I am today, has caused some problem that this thinking cannot solve. Oh my God. So I have to change. I have to become another person. Of course, for you to even get to the next stage of your life, you have to become another person. And for you to be another person requires a huge amount of discipline. And one major thing that will fight against you being a better version of yourself is you. It's you. It's you. Like, you mean that for 3 months now, I haven't watched a movie? Like, are you for real? And you say, yes, we can't watch, but we don't have the luxury right now. And then, okay, let's go check up Instagram. Let's see what's happening Instagram. No, we can't do that. Wow. Okay, let me call and just chat. No, you can't do that. We have work to do. I remember some of the days in this our 90-day run, they give us like 50. You have to make like 50 calls a day, and it's crazy. But what if you have an employment? You have an unemployed job, and they tell you your salary is $1 million, for example, or whatever, good money, but you got to do 50 calls a day. You know you will do it. And so that is the challenge. That is the mode I had to get myself into. I tell you, getting to be a better version of yourself is more than a phrase. It's more than a phrase. It's really more than a phrase. So it's been wonderful, but I think we owe it to ourselves to go through such exercise sometime in our life as we go on. Because the truth is that there's so much greatness that